good evening, everybody, or whatever it is where you are. Welcome to Nerds with Dice. Today is our third episode of our Monster of the Week mini campaign called The House That M Built. Um, and welcome to our channel, Nerds with Dice. There are links in the chat, and one of those links will be about our merch, or you could try going to Nerds with Dice on Twitter. And I am Janie. I am running this show. This is a Monster of the Week campaign, as I've said already. And I will have our lovely players introduce themselves. I'm going to popcorn y'all because I'm evil.
I'm Shawnee of Showcat Cosplay, and I will be playing Selena, the conspiracy theory loving flake tonight.
And I am Jeremy, also known as Hark Morper, and lots of places. And I will be playing Frankie, your friendly, basic big cinnamon roll werebear.
And that leaves me. I'm Janie. I will be Riley, the not spooky, who is perfectly normal. And I am the person doing the game, which I totally have the words for. The storyteller.
I can't remember what is in this.
The
I'm
house that M built.
just the all star. That's all. That's what I am. I think it is. I think it's storyteller. I should know this because I'm
Keeper!
keeper.
Keeper.
Yes, that's even better. And today, as you see, well, you'll find out soon why we're one wonderful face short. Because Riley is going to walk into this wonderful house that has the big M plaque on the front of it. And of course, as usual, Riley has a ton of shopping bags. Who's home?
I am.
I
Hey,
got.
Riley.
Of course you do.
Well, I got everyone new laptops and tablets. And I was going to get cars, but the car salesman was kind of, it was a used car, and the car salesman was kind of creepy, and I didn't trust it, so I didn't buy you guys cars this time.
That's okay. I would not want the tax obligations that come from having a car.
Oh, that's,
Honestly, I don't know how to drive, so.
I don't either. I mean, I do, but I didn't go to the DMV and get the whole license thing like I was supposed to. But here,
Wait, are
here,
you this whole time? Have you been driving around without a license?
you know what? Here are your things. I have to go because Brian has to go out of. He's got to go back home. So I will see you all soon. Enjoy your things. Bye.
Oh, uh,
She just
bye.
leaves. She just leaves.
Thanks, Riley.
She doesn't even have you unpack your things like normal. You just have shopping bags full of stuff.
That was peculiar. I'd say even for Riley, but Riley does a lot of peculiar things, so maybe that was normal?
Yeah. I it's hard, it's really hard to say with Riley. I really don't know what normal is for her.
Yeah, like just the other day she announced that we have a poltergeist that has been here for a bit without our knowledge.
Oh yeah.
And Brian has to go back to his family for a little bit. I assume there might have been some fallout from the cookout fight they had while we were helping the helping his mom. His really scary but super cool mom.
Yeah.
It's strange. I know I'm always saying things are strange. I get that, but I really feel like I am constantly accepting strange things from Riley without really thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Selena, can I can I talk to you for a minute? Can I
I mean, yeah, of course.
um it's like you were saying about it's about Riley. I I love her. Like she's part of the house, she's part of the M house. Um but I try, I try to just meet people where they're at. Um but yeah, I just like you said, there's something that seems different or something that seems off, right?
I I would say seems on brand, but I think the fact that I've never investigated why things are always a bit quirky with Riley is kind of weird.
Yeah. You have So you've never looked into her before.
I mean, we met on like cryptozoology forums and things, and I was just kind of happy to be able to talk to somebody who shared a lot of my interests. And as much as I believe in investigating things, I believe people also have a right to privacy of some sort. So I didn't really think about it, but
That seems so hard for you to say.
it is the
I'm just I'm
truth.
just gonna I'm just gonna name that seemed challenging for you to admit there.
I am learning and growing as a person. There have been times in the past where I may have violated boundaries that I should not have with my need to know information, and I have actively been working on that. So it was a little difficult to say, but
That's
let's
fair.
appreciate that I can say it
Oh, of course, of
for
course.
growth.
I do appreciate it. I appreciate you. Like you I kind of like the way that you're always looking into things, and I just you see the how all the pieces fit together in a way that I don't know. This may come as a surprise, but I wasn't exactly the top of my class. I can't see how all those pieces fit together in the same way that you can. Um,
Yeah, but you can track and sense and experience things on a spectrum that I cannot. So
see,
your intelligence, we all have different levels and ways of interpreting the world around us, and you just have different ways than I do sometimes.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Uh, but the I mean, it's funny that you mentioned the tracking. Um, 'Cause there's something that's been bothering me for a while that I haven't said anything about. You and Brian were asking me the other day if I had any secrets, and I said I was an open book. I'd tell you anything, but um, so I haven't talked much to you. I don't think I've talked much to you about how this all happened, right? Um,
I've been
but
fascinated, but I have felt it's rude to ask.
fair. I Thank you. And I still don't really want to get into the details, but the thing that's always it's honestly it's kind of a blur that night, but um, there's a really clear memory I have of a smell that the only other time that I've noticed that scent is around Riley, and I don't like that's weird, right?
So your first memory of everything happening, you smell the scent
Yeah,
and you
like
smell that same scent on
yeah,
Riley all the time, or is it during specific
all,
times?
I mean, it's all the time. Like it would be weird if I don't know, like she couldn't have been there. Um, I don't know. It
With
just
your permission, may I add this to my board?
oh, of course, please, please. Yeah. I tried to make my own board and it didn't, I don't know. Um,
Oh, well, then this is a
yeah.
special occasion, and I'll be right back. And Selena runs off to her room and she comes back with a brand new board, completely clean. And she has like a thing of yarn and everything. And like, let's start our board.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, when uh and Frank kind of rubs his neck where there's just a hint of a kind of a claw mark coming out from under his hoodie or um the yeah the night the night that this all happened and uh that this started um like I said, I woke up and I remember smelling. It was an unfamiliar smell. I mean, everything was unfamiliar at that point, right? I wasn't used to smelling like that, but I haven't smelled it any other time except when Riley's been around. And
So, in
just
your other form, when you first awoke, you smelled the smell.
yeah, and I just been, I guess I've been thinking recently, right? That I think when Brian's family all visited and they seemed to know Riley and they knew me and there was somebody said something about wanting me in the training program and now they own the lab? I didn't really understand, but
I
it sounds like yeah,
I don't think they own the lab
okay.
because if they owned the lab, Brian's mother would have just shut it down
That's
rather
true.
than asking Riley to shut it down. Riley has a special office, somewhat unlimited funding,
Somehow
and
it
talks
manages to
about the
get
lab as though she runs it.
manages to give us promotions and raises. And like you said, so okay, so Brian's family doesn't own it, but they were able to tell her to shut it down. I don't know. I just
So Brian's and then okay. So we have and so on the board we have the lab as a section and then we have the library as a section and then we have shadowy organization of magic users. I could have sworn Brian told me what the name of it was, and I don't remember. And that's because at the time I was so frazzled, I didn't write it down. And Selena, get it together. Okay. And so Riley owns Lab. Brian's family doesn't own the library, or they're a organization within an organization. I don't remember if they run the whole organization or if they just have a section of it.
feel like they weren't clear on that, you know?
Organization. Do you smell it on anyone else?
That's a good question. Um,
You can investigate a mystery if you want.
yeah, can I investigate mystery using my oh I gotta grab my dice using my
Oh, I didn't grab
sense of
dice either.
smell.
Yes.
Okay. I'm grabbing out some dice. Uh, Oh, what is investigate mystery? It's what do I add to it normally?
It's sharp for me.
Sharp. It's the same thing for me. I just get a +1 to it. So I got a 5.
Oh, you're muted.
I thought you were just thinking really hard.
That's what happens when you roll a 5. Everything I said, you didn't hear. Also, that's a failure. So no, you don't
Okay.
recognize.
Yeah. No, I mean, not that I've noticed. I don't think I recognize the smell anywhere else.
Okay.
And
How long ago
just
was?
gosh, I mean, this was years ago.
Before you had ever met Riley?
Yeah, long before I knew either of you. Brian and I had met, but and Riley, right? Riley was friends, or Riley had dated one of the vampires. Riley knew the vampires, and then Riley was the first one at the place. I don't, like you said, I'm good at tracking things. I'm good at noticing things, but I'm not good at putting those pieces together.
I mean, we have a lot of information, but it's only tangentially related. I don't think we can make any hard formed hypothesis with what we have now. The fact that scent and you don't smell it anywhere else, that's a very strong link. So what is the best way to investigate this? Let me think. I don't know if I want to necessarily go to the internet. Has the lab been reopened yet? Riley did say we have the clearance to visit her office. So we have her permission to look in her office.
I'm gonna say the lab is open again. I just love to create a permission that tell me to do it.
It's not like I want to just look in Riley's office anyway. That's totally not the reason.
Yeah, I mean, it does sound like Riley's going to be busy for a minute. Is this something that we could go do? Are you talking about going to the lab now, or are you talking about waiting?
I mean, I was thinking right now. They're going to see Brian's family. That's probably 2 days. I feel like I have permission to do that more than I have permission to go into Riley's room. You don't get pass keys to someone's room.
Yeah. And I'm not the security guard at someone's room, at Riley's room. So that feels legit. Okay.
And hacking her computer is unethical. I can't do that. I'm not allowed to do that anymore, to hack.
All right. It just, yeah. I mean, if you say that's where we should go, I trust you.
Let me see if I can think of anything else before going that route. What other options? Riley's away. We have key cards. There shouldn't be too many people there because it's probably still like paint drying or something. So I just feel like the timing is perfect to go on a research expedition.
So how are
It's
you all
definitely the. Oh, go ahead.
how are you all getting there?
I don't drive.
Oh, yeah.
But Riley's car is still outside. She's not in it, but it's still there.
Oh,
It's a
she rode with Brian?
no.
Wait,
Did you
is Riley still home?
No.
Uh-huh.
No, Riley left as soon as you started asking questions.
did you hear a car pull off?
So,
Did I hear a car? Did we hear any transportation noises?
Nope.
Um,
But you could take her car if you want.
I mean, she did say that she was trying to get us a car, right? Just putting that out into the world.
I think I'm just gonna shoot her a text and ask her if I can borrow her car. Because she's obviously not using it.
I mean, we could also just Uber. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I don't want to pay money. Wait, well, we did just get raises. Okay. But if we get her permission to take her car, then we can also look in her car.
Okay.
So
I don't want to bully you into going with my ideas though. And my pretty much obvious crimes and intent to crime.
um, I mean,
Frankie, I never want to make you uncomfortable.
thank you, thank you. I mean, same, absolutely same. Uh, honestly, I just want to try and figure out what's going on here. I'm if I'm way off base, if it turns out I'm way off base, I can apologize and I'll feel a lot better. If if I'm if I'm not wrong and there's something to be worried about, then maybe I wouldn't feel that bad taking the car anyway. So
Plus, I'm very coercive.
it's true. It's true.
You can
I'm
always use that.
I'm clearly very frightened of you.
um, I'm gonna shoot a text to Riley, and instead of asking, I'll say, "Gonna take your car for a bit. Need to practice driving."
Riley's going to text back right away. Okay, that's fine on a date. Um, and she'll tell you where the keys are and like any passcodes that belong to it since it's a Tesla.
Jackpot. We're good.
Okay.
Also, Riley says she's on a date, but she told us she was going to Brian's family. That is a deception.
Okay. So I know there's a chance that Riley might be shady and maybe somehow is connected to the whole reason I'm a werebear and all of that, but um God, I hope that she's not on a date with that vampire dingus again.
Oh, that hadn't even crossed my mind. That would be the worst. Oh, that's also a good reason to lie to us. We worked so hard to get her away from him. Well, now I'm even more invested into snooping into Riley's life. I have to know. And now it's
All right.
conveniently for her own good.
You're very welcome.
Right. I do not think Selena is a great driver.
But it's a you could set it. I think it has a self-driving function.
Excellent. Yes. Of course, Riley would have a car with so much functionality that you don't actually have to drive it. All right. I'll put in the coordinates for the lab. And I'll just start kind of touching things.
Yeah.
To see if like I can get the glove box or something to open, because I assume it's like sleek and not easily understood how to open a lot.
You don't even have to roll. You're able to. Somehow you don't have to. You can just you have access to the car. Both of you do. You know what? The car even says hello, Selena.
Hi, car. I wonder what operating system this runs on. I hope it knows me because Riley's pre-programmed it, because I just cannot handle another AI situation.
Yeah, no, you can tell that Riley pre-programmed you. All of you are programmed to as users of the Tesla.
This does not make me feel better. I'm feeling a little gross, but I still feel I still need some answers. I don't snoop in the car because I'm feeling bad, but I definitely look around just to see if there's anything that looks or smells off in my immediate sight.
For Riley's car, it is not very glam on the inside. It's just plain, like ordinary. Not even an air freshener in it.
This is not what I expected. But I guess the few times we ride with Riley, everything is so full of shopping bags that you don't really pay attention to what the actual interior looks like.
There are shopping bags in the back seat. There's always shopping
I
bags.
won't snoop into Riley shopping bags. I know that there's something afoot here, but I really truly believe that it could be unknown. Riley may not even know that she's a part of it, or it probably wasn't done to hurt you.
Oh, yeah. No, of course not. Yeah. I mean, Riley's never seemed like malicious or anything.
Right. But you definitely deserve a right to know about everything that's happened to you.
Thank you. I mean, not that I would change it, even if I could. As I said, I've been working on it. I've been listening to I've been trying to read that book by the person who wrote the podcast, same name. Lycan. If lycanthrope, you can too. But yeah, still have questions. Still want answers.
Okay. Since we've got some connectivity in here, I think I will do a little bit extra digging. I know that this is important to you, and it's important to me, and I should not be so cavalier about it because it has significant consequences for you. So I'm going to not treat it as a personal project, treat it as assisting my friend 100%. And therefore, I'm going to ask my friends for their help. And I will reach out to my net friends
Okay. You can go ahead and roll that.
for investigating a mystery, and I want to think about, because even if it's a failure, I want to know specifically what information I'm trying to glean.
Yeah.
I probably don't want to get too much into the tower. I don't know what I can look for that won't put Brian's mom in a really angry mood with me.
That's very important.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
out of game, did Riley have a job before we started working at the office or working at the lab?
No, even in school, she always was at the lab. She would go to the lab.
Okay. Okay, so what I will do is let's start with school. Was it before school your first transformation?
Uh, yeah, yeah. It's well, what I guess what school? Like I didn't go to college, um, but it was after high school, uh, right around the tail end of that.
Was it the mysterious school that everybody went to together and their names got mixed up?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot we all went to the same school. Yeah, yeah. So it would have been before. I guess it was before that because they said it was before I met Riley. So yeah, it was. I've been this has been a part of my life for a long time.
Okay, then we should go with let's approach it through trying to find the primary school Riley went to. So I'm assuming it was middle school, junior high ish that we all started kicking it. So we'll use our high school records to see if we can track down the area Riley was in for primary school. Then maybe that can dig up some additional knowledge for us about like that region in that area. Because that would, if Riley was visiting the lab during our teen years, then maybe pre-lab is pre-Riley's teen years. Okay. And let's see. So this roll is charm. Oh, charm. Sorry, I've just completely forgot how to play this game. If you have a 0 in a stat, what do you roll? Is it
Just a straight roll.
Hmm?
Just the 2 dice. The
2d6? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and what do I add for that skill?
You just add your charm to it.
Which is it's a
Oh,
particular.
my internet friend skill only adds charm.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so a flat 6.
You got 6. That was your total roll.
Yep.
Okay. Let me see what that. I was going to see what that says.
Is there a way to help in this
Yes,
game?
you can help. You can help.
There's
I don't
there's
know if
like
there
a
is, but I'm telling you, you can. Because
okay.
how are you going to help?
Um. Uh. I'm gonna help by giving. Honestly, I don't think I can help. I was gonna try and say something about giving as much information, I guess, as I could about the like what I know about early Riley days, but
I can I will mark a point of luck to make it a 12.
Okay, that
Oh,
works.
I forgot all about luck.
So on a 12, so what were your questions again?
Um, some special information. I want to know, basically tracking through her primary school years, whether or not Riley was going on like maybe a special after school thing or something. Basically, like was the lab and Riley connected even before we all started hanging out and meeting with each other?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there was the there was an after school program and a summer program that she was in.
Okay. So Riley's been with the lab for a really, really, really long time. So hopefully her office is gonna be a good opportunity
But
to find some information.
she's basically always been with the lab.
Okay.
Like you even see she went to a preschool program there.
That's a long time. I wonder if the lab were a rival organization, then Brian's mom probably would have already crushed it. So maybe it's also under the big shadowy organization?
Also, I want to remind both of you that Riley is Ryan's
Cousin.
yeah, relation somehow.
It does seem like that whole family is, or it seems like their whole family is connected to the library or the larger library system. I don't know.
Me neither. It's so complicated and confusing. And Brian only tells me a little bit at a time. No, I'm holding out that we maybe can dig up something in the office.
Okay. Yeah. 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 I'm down to just go and I'm all in at this point. Ready to go snoop in this office.
Well, the Tesla will take you to the office with no problem.
Cool.
Okay, so we've made it.
Yeah, it even gives you Riley's parking spot, which is a really good spot.
Gosh, this is cushy.
All right, I want to go inside and head to Riley's
Yeah.
office
Well, you don't have very far to go.
with that parking spot.
Yeah, it's like next to the door almost.
Cool.
Yeah, you can walk in. Your badges will let you in, no problem. There's some people setting up the new computer systems because
Okay.
they were all destroyed a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah, I think it just go to the. We'll try and just go to the elevator and head on up to the whatever floor it is.
Yeah, the
B?
weird elevator will take you up to the floor.
Um, can I use, I guess, maybe Sharp to try and recall if there's something that Riley always has on her, if there's like a necklace or earrings or anything that she always wears?
Yes.
Okay. So as we're riding in the elevator, I'll be like, was it what triggered your What triggered you to pick up on the scent again?
Um,
Like all the family came around.
oh, what made me start thinking about this again? Um, I think it was just I think it was just the fact that Brian's family, I guess Riley's family was the the way that we were suddenly working for them and weren't really sure how we had agreed to that. I think just left me feeling strange, and left you feeling strange. And Brian didn't seem to love it, but Riley seemed like she was doing fine. She seemed like she was navigating everything great. And somehow by the end of it, uh, she was talking about raises and promotions again for us. And I don't know, it just, I think just things, Riley has seemed really connected to everything that's been happening recently. Um, I mean, the smell's been there. The smell's always there, but um, I just, I guess I just try to ignore it. You know,
Gotcha.
you know what it was? It was Brian's. It was the way that it was when it came out that Brian's family had wanted me to be involved in the training program or whatever in the library. That was the thing that left a weird taste in my mouth. You know, um, I just couldn't get that out of my head.
Especially when they're technically hunters in a way. Because even Brian was like, he was listing off entities
Yeah,
that they would not be okay with.
yeah.
What was the role?
Um,
See, this is why I wanted to. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just wanted to know the role. What did you get?
Oh yeah.
oh, was I rolling something?
I
You
thought
said
you
you were
said
gonna
you
roll sharp.
Oh, yeah, yes. For to recall if
sorry to
there's
interrupt. That was
no, I
literally just
appreciate it. Thank
the
you.
thing. I just needed to know the role.
Seven
Okay. Yes.
plus two.
Oh, so that's 9.
Yes.
And you wanted to know. Your question was if Riley had something she always wore.
Because I was
Which
thinking maybe that it was a specific item on her that could be radiating this scent.
I was gonna say it's like a crystal necklace, like a blingy necklace. Let's see if I can find it.
Crystal necklace. Okay, and we're inside Riley's office.
Yes.
Um,
I didn't make it, but it's something like this, like a big kind of crystal.
Oh, yeah.
gotcha.
Okay.
Can I investigate her office computer? I
Yes.
just want to look at the lycanthropy files or the
Yeah.
menagerie files or the zoo.
Are you looking at anything else in her office?
Um, I'm just looking around, wandering around the office, looking to see just what if there's anything that sticks out, like things on shelves, objects, um, things like that. Uh,
I mean, it's basically an office, but there's also lots of shopping bags. There's a mannequin because why not a mirror? So where she could change outfits.
it's fair.
Yeah, there's like a whole makeup dressing area. That's where she was when the AI took over her.
This is a ludicrously big office. Like I've never really noticed just how big this office is. I have a podium. Like that's my office. It's a place where I stand with a chair. Honestly, I like that better. I wouldn't want this kind of office, but
You could see on her like a little side table. There was like a pizza. So,
sorry.
just to rub in how big her ridiculous the office is. So there's also books. And you said you were looking at like files, like computer.
Wherever Riley would keep like assigned out records and things about any of the creatures, like whether it be for the animal containment area, and then specifically any files about lycanthropes.
There are no files about lycanthropes, but the animals that she's always there, taking them out or checking on them or feeding them or playing with them, making cute animal videos.
Okay, I mean, cute animal videos. That seems reasonable.
Yeah,
Honestly.
there's actually nothing here that's Riley's connected to a lot of things, but if I could picture anyone in my head having secrets about all of this more than anything, it'd be Brian, you know? It just.
Yeah.
Are you going to look at the books?
Yeah,
Never mind. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Riley doesn't exactly seem like the mastermind behind things,
Right.
but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'll look at anything. If the books look strange, I will investigate the books.
I will just tell you, all the books are supernatural books. Every single one of them.
Does our lab do supernatural things?
No,
I mean, officially?
not at your clearance level.
Okay.
I've always known that Riley has an interest. I mean, again, we were cryptozoology, we were always talking about Mothman and things like. So I'm not too shocked by these. This is a big collection.
If you want to look deeper into what she has, you can do a roll for that.
I would love to. $11.
Okay.
I'm
Don't you
gonna
get
offer
like
to help, but I don't need help.
you get some questions, correct? Got an 11, so that is. Let me see how many questions you got. Great. Sorry, I said that out loud. I'm sorry. I closed the file I was looking at. It's really frustrating to do that.
If you want, we can apply it with my connect the dots skill, and then
Okay,
I have a specific set of questions that I ask from.
yeah, yeah, that'll be like almost a perfect thing.
Okay, so I get on a 10 plus hold 3. So I get 3 questions that I can ask at any point in the mystery. I think. Ooh, okay, this sounds like a good one that would help out. Is this connected to previous mysteries we have investigated over our entire course of being a group with one another?
Yes.
Do I get elaboration on that, or do I just get yes and no's?
Um, yes, there's books about the AI and techno magic. There's books about the vampires and about the library organization, parent organization.
Okay, so about the library and the parent organization. Oh, good. So honing in deeper into those. Um, so my question would be: is Riley connected to all of these things more than she is saying?
Yes, she is definitely connected to them more than she is saying. Like the techno magic books, you can see where there's been like passages highlighted. Um, you could think back to some of the things that she's bought or spell things for techno magic. Um, there's lots of vampire books. So she's a super vampire fan, super library person. Looks like she's trying to learn more about them because she's trying to work with them.
Okay, so the books on the library and the higher organization, I want to take down the names of the authors, and
Okay.
then I want to look up those authors, see if any of them are like, see if they're still alive, if they have emails.
The authors are still alive. They have emails, but they're to like Yahoo and Hotmail.
Oh, boomers. Okay.
I'm just gonna put it out there. Library books are books that you can check out. They're books you can borrow, right? If they're library books.
Well, yeah, but I assume Riley bought these.
Yeah,
When I say
books.
library books, I meant books about the library organization, which is the organization that Brian's parents want him to work with. But we can message these authors because they have to know deeper about the organization. And we can try and see if they can give us some clarity. Um, I'm also like seeing all these vampire books. I'm also a little bit more worried that she might actually be out on a date. I just really hope not.
She's a big vampire fan person. Like even
Uh,
if it's all the vampire books, you do see like you see like Twilight and Vampire Diaries and
Riley, come on. That explains a lot. Honestly, that does. Um,
I think I will give it a go though. I will see if I can email the authors.
okay.
Um, I will cloak Riley's VPN and whatnot. Um, just because I don't know if these are. I guess can I thumb through the books like
Yeah.
from reading the books? Do I get the idea that they are critical of the library in this organization, or they're more so just earnest reporting things about them, like here's a brief history of blah blah blah, or are they like, and there's this organization out there and they're terrible and anyone who associates with them is someone I don't like. Meh.
So there are some very very dry books about history of the library organization, and there is one. To, you recognize the name on it because it's somebody that one of the new lab owners, the new people that bought the lab out, and that's the critical one.
Oh, the people who bought the lab out.
And it's a very critical one. It reads like a Reddit review of it.
Okay. I guess while while I am just using Riley's electronics, I want to check the history tab and just see if these books were a recent purchase, just to see if they were from a library or if Riley bought them.
They are not a recent purchase.
Okay. So these very well could be checked out. Is there like anything like a library ISB number or anything?
No,
Okay.
no, she's just had them for a while.
They have the age of well read old books.
Except for the new one. I'm sorry. There was one purchase, was the newer one by the company people.
Okay.
But they sell that book on their website.
The new book, is there an author picture?
Yes.
Do they look at all in any way like they could be related to Riley
No.
or Brian? Okay.
No.
Can
They
rule that out.
If you think of a book that's like called The Wellness Guide and you can see a guy on the cover, that's the guy, you know. Just I'm sure you could have just imagined this kind of tech bro looking guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've been bought out by tech bros. Your company.
Love it.
Oh, this is probably our paychecks probably came from venture capital money. Oh no.
Oh.
I can't think about that right now. That's focus. Focus, Selena. Okay, well, we know about the books. There's probably not much more we can find in here. We can rendezvous back at the house and come up with a plan of action. I mean, honestly, I think we might want to look into Brian too.
Yeah. Okay.
I just want to see if like if we can find, I don't know, because if you're I did want to say this, but if you're smelling the scent all the time, how can you be sure that it's just Riley? It could also be Brian too.
This is sorry, it just hit me that you're actually the only member of our house that's tried to kill me before that I know of, but
I was testing a theory. It was not my goal to kill you.
I'm just putting that out there that
Well,
but
Riley has
but
given you silver jewelry before,
oh, that's true. That is
but
true.
it never
Yeah.
burned you because she buys fake silver.
Fair. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, gosh, you're probably right. Um mm, yeah, you are probably right. Okay. Okay, so we go back to the house and we figure out a plan from there. Um okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah.
I'm also going to email these authors about how they got all of this information.
Do you want to use NetFriends for that? Emailing the office?
Um, I would like to use See It All Fits Together,
Okay.
kind of sort of like a manipulation, as in, tell me so much about all of your fascinating ways that you conducted your research for this book. And oh, how exciting to know about this information. So I feel like it's a little bit more manipulative to get them to
Okay.
volunteer just any information that they can. Um,
Make a roll for it, please.
Yes, and I can use sharp instead of charm because I have no charm.
Oh, don't say that about yourself.
8 plus 2, 10.
Okay. And see it. Let's see it all fits together.
Mhm.
Mhm. I have the sheet up on my phone. I'm not like texting people.
I figure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping for them to, in the process of telling me about their research, maybe they'll reveal something about the lycanthropy elements going on with the library, or maybe something with Riley's last name or something tying to Brian's family, just anything that I would latch on to that seems like it's an actual lead or ties into anything that can involve Frankie.
Okay. So we will get like really really long email reports back. um with Frankie's involvement, it looks like um just that they're trying to find out more information
About recruiting lycanthropes or
about recruiting lycanthropes, and they're also trying to figure out why Frankie is linked to the lab and Riley.
they know about Frankie.
Yes, they know about all of you.
Is I was really hoping when I came to you, you were going to tell me that I was seeing things that weren't there.
I'm not the person for that.
That's fair. That's fair. Um,
And you find out that Riley's parents were connected to the lab.
I've been wondering about that.
I never get bored of M House. There's always something bizarre to learn. I just no, I know this is about you, and I
Oh, no,
promise
no, 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 please.
I just don't understand the interest in me. I don't use magic. I don't have any other forms of being.
But,
That's even more
and,
bizarre.
like, the reason I came to you is because, like I said, you're really good at seeing how the pieces fit together. Um, and I don't just mean you're better than I am at that, because again, like really not my strong suit. But you are better than most people. I've never seen anyone who can make a string board thing like you do, you know? Um, I don't know. I just feel like in the movies in when you're watching movies, right? They're always going after the person who sees the connections, who figured it out. Um,
Well, thank you. I think.
I think, yeah, no, yeah, that was a compliment.
I'm.
Also, maybe a warning, but
I just can't see this one through. I. What would they have? Maybe. Maybe they were hunting whatever led to you becoming a werebear,
mhm. Yeah, that
and
would make
maybe
sense.
your survival after the fact is what put you on the radar as a potential candidate.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Like I hate to say it, but maybe when we got jobs at the lab, maybe it was just to observe us. This is really cliche, but what if we've been puppets on a string this whole time? I like it. What makes me think of it is when you brought back up how we ended up working and doing the like a mission
Yeah.
without
Yeah.
meaning to really. And now I think we're kind of part-time for the library and the lab, which is partially my fault because once I start talking, I kind of just start saying things and then things happen. And but
Honestly, I would have done anything that woman asked of me. She was terrifying. Um,
she destroyed the AI from a distance. She wasn't even physically there. So scary, so cool.
and somehow that's not the scariest thing about her. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Um,
I just feel like my brain can't comprehend what happens if you directly say no, so I never want to say it.
like in general, or
No, no, no. I mean
okay, okay,
specifically like her
okay.
aura.
Gotcha. I was gonna say we should have some conversations about that, but okay. Um, yeah, no, I'm with you. I the question that's in my mind is like, is Riley which which end of the string is Riley on? You know, like if we're puppets on a string, is she on the same end of those strings as we are?
I don't think so. I think whatever's going on with Riley is still slightly different from what's going on with us. Like, do I think Riley's probably being manipulated in some kind of way? Most certainly. But I don't think I think Riley knows way more about things than we all do and has a bit more agency than what I thought I had. Mm.
Are you doing any more snooping around on her computer in the office?
A lot of shopping bags, makeup, very interesting books. And Frankie Riley's still my friend, and I want to find the answers, but I don't want to. I can step over the line on occasion. I don't want to sprint over it
Yeah.
by any means.
I mean, honestly, we've had a lot of luck lately by just asking the questions directly, right? We talked the vampires into leaving the house. I invited the AI over, which I'm gonna stand by was a good choice still. Invited the AI to be friends. I think we made friends with the poltergeist, if I remember right. Yes, I think we did.
The poltergeist liked you.
Yeah, yeah,
Was very friendly.
yeah. Um,
I that situation is still not fully resolved in my heart, but I can work on myself some more.
there we go. Um, but yeah, I mean, I guess at what point do we just talk to Riley?
I want to check the GPS of the Tesla to see if
Okay.
it knows where Riley is right now.
Yes.
Is it like a restaurant or what type of date spot? Is it a date spot?
No, she's in a cemetery.
So a date spot for vampires?
In
Possibly.
in particular with the hyper gothy vampires or whatever the
Campfires?
You have to go to the cemetery to find out, or call Riley.
yeah.
If Riley's truly on a date and that date is taking place at a cemetery, my worries are much higher that she's with that jerk. Not a jerk, just that
The tortured
not
soul.
self aware enough person.
The
Yeah.
tortured soul.
The tortured
There we go.
main character. The child O prophecy.
Oh God, that prophecy.
So yeah, you can
Oh
go. You can
yeah.
call Riley. You can go to the cemetery, or find another way to figure out what's going on there.
What if she's on a date with another vampire that we don't know? And then we crash the date, and then we have totally cock blocked our friend.
That's fair.
Okay. I'll text Riley. A date? Dot 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 question mark. They cute? Question mark. It's send it.
There's a delay, and Riley just says, "Can you pick me up?"
All right. I'll ask Riley's car to take us there.
So when you get to the cemetery, which is a really dark and spooky cemetery, there you hear a scuffle going on. There is a tortured vampire there, and, and there's a fight going on. Um,
Frankie, what do we do?
Is well, I turn into
I,
I immediately turn to like my hybrid form, right? My half werewolf form or half bear form, totally destroying my hoodie that I'm wearing. That's all right. Riley can give me a new one. Um, can we see the scuffle? Like,
you can sort of see it's not right. Riley's just kind of trying to get out of the way of the fight because it's a vampire, some other creature, and not a werebear, but a werewolf. They're all fighting.
I I guess I give Riley a quick, I try and catch Riley's attention to see if I can give I want to give it a you good kind of face to Riley before I
If she
go into full security guard mode.
if she sees you, she's running in that direction
Okay. Towards
to
us.
away from this fight.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I sprint towards where she is. Uh to and the first thing I do is, yeah, when I think I kind of shout. I think I shout to Riley Riley, like what's going on? You good? Like kind of gesturing towards everything that's happening.
No, it was on a date, and um they both showed up and they saw the date and they all started fighting. I want
Um,
out of here,
you
please,
want to get out of here?
please.
Yeah, we can do that. Do you want me to do anything with them, or do you just want to go?
Yeah, are we just letting that?
I don't know. I I, I didn't tell them to start fighting. They started fighting.
I mean, this seems like this is their thing.
Yeah, let's Frankie help Riley to the car. Uh, and I will just take out my Magnum and just shoot it in the air before immediately booking it to the car in the hopes that they scramble.
Wait, I'm gonna roll.
I love
Alright.
that.
Yeah, as Riley's running, she's just going how she was on a date, and her date and her exes are fighting.
Riley.
That means it was some.
But the gunshot does scare them, seem to get them to scatter since they're all in like monster form, and they failed the roll, so they scatter.
Because I'm not a fighter. Nah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the rescue.
I mean, of course, anytime. We got you.
I didn't plan this. I was just on a nice stroll through the cemetery with a new date, and that happened.
When you say it like that, it makes it sound more planned.
Well, well, no, I was just on this nice stroll through the cemetery. We were looking at old gravestones.
And
Honestly, old gravestones are kind of cool.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Your exes just all happen to be in the graveyard at the same time.
that sounds really strange, but yes, they were both in the graveyard at the same time.
Did they seem like they were looking for you, or
Um, I think my vampire ex was. I'm not sure about the zombie ex or the. I have so many exes. I'm sorry. I gotta.
Please tell me the poltergeist in the basement is not one of your exes.
No, no.
Okay.
Okay, so cemetery's not the best date spot, but it sounded fun at the time.
Don't think a cemetery is a bad date spot.
maybe a bad date spot for you given your dating history, but not bad per se. Not a bad spot, but maybe a spot you might be likely to run into one of your exes.
Yeah, I do have a type, don't I? Sorry, that was JD laughing.
I mean, sometimes our past impacts our present.
I definitely shoot a look at you.
Yeah, but it was a nice date until the fighting started.
That's good. Um, well, maybe we should go back home. Kind of.
Yeah, yeah. Brian's not coming back tonight, but I don't have to be there. I just wanted to go on a date, so I just lied and said I was. But now I'm not going to go back on that date because that fight was really weird.
You
And I
don't have to lie if to go on dates.
okay, but what if it turned out like it just did?
Yeah, we came and got you.
Yeah.
Honestly, then it might be better that we know where you are.
So no judgment of my kind of attraction to monsters.
No. And
I'm not gonna judge for sure.
Well, I mean, not you. You're like you're you're Frankie. You're
Yeah, just just saying. I'm not one to judge.
okay. But I was not on a date with that vampire. I don't. I
thank goodness.
we're supposed to be no contact, and he just shows up. And he's like a cowboy vampire now. It's really weird.
There's a niche for everyone.
I don't have any books about cowboy vampires.
Nope.
It's true. I noticed that.
Yeah. Oh, do you want? Did you borrow a book? You should borrow some of them. They're great.
Mhm.
And just so the audience knows, all of Riley's books are like the really terrible ones. But you like the really did you see like advertised on Facebook and they're like the worst books.
The Omegaverse books. Um, reading is reading, and at least you're doing it. So, no judgment.
So what if I'm not going to talk about my date anymore right now. What were you two up to?
So, you know how I just sometimes I can't stand not knowing stuff?
Yeah, that's your whole thing.
Yeah, and I get really fixated, and then I like pull at a thread, and then I just keep pulling at it, and
Oh, do you have another board? A new mystery?
we're all mysteries. And everything that's kind of happened has just kind of made me want to know more about our mysteries.
Which mysteries?
Are bosses tech bros?
Oh, I found out. I'm sure I didn't want to tell you. They are. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of them. They want to throw a pizza party for everybody.
Frankie.
I mean,
I,
a typical pizza party is like they're going to do layoffs. That's what the tech pros do. They do pizza parties. They do
Oh.
team building exercises. I just need to get rid of them.
and you can't.
I'm going to find a way. Buy the company, buy the lab.
I'm actually kind of curious why you haven't already. I just feel like if it were something you could do, you probably would have done it by now. So what's the
Well, I don't own it. It's not mine.
but you have your office and your parking spot. Riley, what are you to the lab?
It's home. It's where I grew up.
But why did you grow up there?
My parents, they, I guess it was easy for them because they had daycare, they had preschool, they had programs, so they didn't have to find a babysitter.
So your parents worked at the lab then?
They did.
Did they work with the animals?
Yeah. They were bot. They're not botanists. So this is JD like flaking on what animal workers are called, and I should know this because they're biologists and zoologists.
Hmm.
They work with the animals. I got to play with them a lot.
Oh yeah, I mean the animal section was where I'd always find you.
Yeah, it was my favorite place. I mean, I would even sleep down there sometimes.
Did your parents just take care of them, or were they experimenting on them, or what kind of research did your parents do?
And we are going to actually take a break with that question. We'll be back after this commercial break. Hi, welcome back everyone to our Monster of the Week campaign, The House That M Built, and we are starting right back with I believe that let's just step back a second and just repeat the last lines because my brain is not translating what I have to say correctly at this moment. I believe you were asking Riley about our parents.
What type of research did your parents do?
They were trying to create um, magic animals. Like there was this really there with a cat, and they were trying to make a dragon, um, lycanthropes. They did a lot of research.
They said they were making.
They were trying to because they had studied about them, but and then I don't know which one of them knew about actual lycanthropes, but they were like trying to study and trying to figure out how to synthesize the what they call cryptids. But they're just really cool. Like, you know, they worked really hard at it until they retired.
Frankie is definitely strangely or like unusually quiet. Um,
And I just stayed on after they left. They had a career path for me.
Do you continue their research
No,
or just manage things?
they just give me a badge and let me do what I want.
Did your parents sell the company to the our new owners? Did your parents own the lab?
No, I just worked there for a long time and then retired. And they just let me do what I want now.
So you're kind of grandfathered in.
I think so. I never really asked questions. Let's just have fun.
That tracks.
And then I got to make sure you all are hired. So I just pay you whatever I want to. But they won't let me give you clearances to what you want. I still have to get permission for that.
So you did anyone else seem interested in getting us hired or suggest
Yeah,
that you? Okay.
yeah. My parents were really interested in you all, and some of the HR people were interested. And I already knew you, so I was like, yeah, hire them.
you, we met in middle school,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Riley, I want to ask you a question. Um, did you know me before? Did you know who I was before middle school?
I didn't know who you were, but I think my parents did.
Makes sense.
Like, wait, out of character, did we decide that Frankie's transformation happened after that, right?
I think we said. Did we say it happened? But it happened before that. Hmm. I have maybe said both at different times. In fact, I'm going to say definitively when Selena stops and thinks about it, if she does stop and think about it for sure, she's going to notice that I have said both. That it happened before then and then it happened afterwards. Maybe I've been less than forthcoming. So, which means we can decide right now when it actually happened.
Or it could just be a very hazy kind of
Yeah.
situation where the first time you experienced it may not have actually have been your first time, but the first time you remembered.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Like fully out of character, Jeremy as a human, I remember very little from from large portions of my young childhood. So like, I don't really know. But um, yeah.
I think, Frankie, I think you said it was just before. You've said you've lived like this a long time, and I think you said it was like right before or during middle school, but Riley, you think your parents knew Frankie before middle school.
Yeah. Don't you remember that big birthday party I had that got really weird? Oh, well, no, you wouldn't remember that. No, or would you?
Okay. So I think I will ask my third question that I have been saving with that.
Oh,
Um,
nice play.
and if I could tweak it, because it says when and where will the next critical event occur, I want to tweak it to what was the big critical event in the past.
Okay. So it would be the big party that she's talking about.
So I want to see if suddenly I remember details from it,
Okay.
or or if I remember nothing whatsoever about it.
It was a big, you remember it now, that it was a big birthday party in a lab that Riley's parents paid people to come to. Um, Frankie got lost for a little while, and um, there was a fight with the adults, which were, now that you're older, you realize it was Riley's parents and that um, half of the family that belongs to Brian's family. Um, there was some lab weirdness, and all the kids were asked to leave pretty quickly.
How did I forget that birthday party?
Yeah, it was my birthday party.
I, Frankie, you went missing, and all of the grown-ups fought. I wasn't in. We weren't yet in middle school.
But yeah, remember after my um, parents, they got ice cream for the whole school.
I remember the ice cream for sure.
I think maybe they might have tried to make us forget.
You think I?
Not you. I think that a lot happened at that party, so I think my family just wanted everyone to forget about it.
Um,
Do you remember it, Frankie?
I remember bits and pieces, I think. Just I don't know, it's kind of like trying to remember a dream, just kind of images and sounds and like a
You don't,
growling sound and um,
you don't remember what happened in the lab?
um, I'm gonna look at you, Janie, really quick. Do I remember?
Can you roll? What am I having you roll? Something.
Investigate a mystery, maybe, or
Yeah, investigate a mystery.
um, something sharp. Uh, hey, Frankie coming through. I got a 10. I got
Oh
two
wow!
fives. I have
You
a
were just
0 sharp, so.
want me
Oh
to just.
wait, no, never mind. I have a 9. I have a -1 sharp, so I got a 9. Got a 9, but still.
So yes, you do now remember the party. Going to say that there was one of the creatures got out of the cage and like scratched or bit or did like some dopey spell on you.
Yeah, I kind of, as I'm remembering, I'm rubbing those claw marks again, or there's the top of them, kind of scratching at it. Um, yeah, when I'm remembering a lot more of it. Yeah, when I woke up, I remember like I've always had this kind of fuzzy image of when I woke up, and I remembered um, like plants and things around me, but um, I think I always assumed I was outside. Um,
No, it
but
was in
I'm
the lab basement.
yeah, the thing feels gross to say. It feels gross. The person that got me, the werebear that got me, um, was it being kept there? Was it
Yeah, an experiment.
It was created there.
Yeah.
Riley,
funny? Go ahead.
did you are you shocked that we don't remember what happened and that we're only just now starting to recall it?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought you all remembered the a party. That's why you were my friends.
Wait, did you say that's why we were your friends?
Oh, you are my friends.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
you
Are your
became my
friends? Yeah.
friends because of the party and how weird it was and what happened.
I don't honestly know why I forgot about it. It doesn't feel particularly natural, but I'm your friends because we connected.
And you, Frankie, are you my friend because of what happened at the party, or are we just
Oh,
good friends?
honestly, I'm probably your friend in spite of what happened at the party. Um, I'm,
I
I,
mean, what?
I mean, I was saying I'm your friend because you're you were rad. Like, I don't know. I like hanging out with cool people. Like, and you care and you're nice and you're nice to the people around you.
Thank you. But you do you remember what getting away?
No, I don't. I don't. How how did I get away? Do you know?
Yeah, I distracted the werebear and told you to run.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Um, I'm processing a lot right now, but I recognize that I might not my face might not be showing gratitude in the way that it does, but I want you to know that I am grateful for that. I'm just there's a lot going on. Um,
Yeah,
uh, but yeah, um, I'm glad you got away too.
I always get away. I
This
grew up
makes
down
me
there.
really want some ice cream so bad.
Me too. Can we stop and get ice cream?
I think
Yes.
ice cream's a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I gave you our profiles in my car, so you could just like program it, tell it to get ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Please take us for ice cream.
The car will take for ice cream.
Mhm.
Um, I'm sorry I didn't realize you all did not remember that. It's a pretty big event in my life.
I bet. Um, I'm gonna take out my phone and I'm going to text Frankie and I'm gonna be like, I think Riley's parents wiped our memories or something. And I think Riley is not complicit in any of the things that they have done so far, or that they did at least back then that we are now aware of.
Mhm. Um, yeah. I I just do the double tap, like you get a little heart react back. um, because I will not sit and text in front of Riley. That seems like you though. uh, um, honestly, Riley, I'm. I know. I don't think it was. I don't think it's your fault. I don't think it's our fault. But I'm. I'm sorry. We didn't remember too. Because, like you said, that sounds like that was a pretty big part of your life, and um, I don't know. I'm sorry if you have ever felt like you couldn't talk about that. Um, yeah.
No, I just thought you all were being were became my friend just to be nice to me after like that it happened, and then we just kind of hit it off afterwards. So I'm glad we're actually friends for just because we're all awesome. The
It's
most
true.
awesome friend, Riley.
It's true.
Okay, ice cream's on me.
Can I buy my own ice cream?
Yeah, if you want to. I, I'm not the ice cream boss.
I'd like to. I just, I worry that maybe you've been carrying some guilt, and that one of the ways it's been expressing itself is through gift giving, even if you're not consciously aware of it.
That could be an explanation for why I just always want to buy you all the best of everything. But also, I have enough money to get it, so
That's fair.
But you also got us large raises in our hostile takeover of our lab.
yeah, we got to really figure out how to get rid of those tech pros.
Yeah, I'm down. Um,
Um,
you,
so sorry.
I was just gonna say that, yeah, you don't owe us anything. Um, uh, I'm happy to let you buy me ice cream if you feel like it, if that makes you happy. But yeah, you don't owe us anything. It sounds like, if anything, it sounds like I owe you a lot. Um, and honestly, like, look at me, like, this is rad. I I was telling Selena earlier, like, I wouldn't change it if I could. Um, and now I have more answers about how I got here. So,
And I have more questions.
which is Selena's favorite thing, questions. So, honestly, um,
Yeah, I always have questions, but I figured the answer will show up eventually, or Selena will figure it out.
that's fair. Selena does figure a lot of it out.
And I honestly don't mind buying ice cream for everyone. I like buying things too. I kind of have a shopping addiction. I don't know if you noticed that or not. It's just a small one.
Yep.
Small is relative, right? Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get the biggest ice cream that I can.
Oh, yeah. Big ice
And
cream day.
yeah, and since everything seems to be going really cool right now, and nothing else is going to happen because this we've met this nice kind of ending point. Riley's going to go get order herself some ice cream and just leave you two to pay for it. And do you want to roll the same breath as I say everything is okay? I'm like, do you want to roll a what is it called? Read a bad situation.
Always. I always want to roll read a bad situation.
Yeah. So at this point in the episode, it would be like a false ending.
Yup. Well, I'm giving you a golden opportunity here because that's a sharp roll, and I got a -1, so that was a 5.
Oh my gosh.
So you're welcome. There's your present.
So you don't see the demons coming. Two demons.
Do do I want cookie dough with the Oreo toppings, or do I want the cookies and cream with the cookie dough topping?
I'm definitely going cookies and cream with some whipped cream and some chocolate drizzle.
God. Okay, yeah.
I'm getting a triple scoop with three different flavors and three cones on them and all the toppings that I can fit.
I know it's unreasonable because it'd be cheaper to just buy a bag of gummy bears, but I kind of want them to just fill my cup with gummy bears instead of ice cream. For some reason, it tastes better when it comes when you're eating out of the ice cream cup.
I can believe that. Music's better if you listen to it in a car wash.
See, there you go. Yep.
You want to go
So
through a car wash?
Sure, we have been lifting some heavy emotional loads. I am down for all of the peaceful stress relieving activities. Ice cream and a car wash visit sounds lovely.
this is going to end up being a great night, even though the date was the worst that, well, not the worst I've been on, but close to it.
Oh, now that we've had some time and some distance, what happened on the date?
Okay, so we were strolling through the headstones, and this I see this cowboy helmet just come out and say, "Riley, I'm going to talk to you." And you know, I was freaking out, and um, as my ex comes and meets my new date, who is totally well, I say they're hot, but they still are hot, even though they're weird because they started fighting. And then another ex, and as soon as she says that, you see a demon just kind of swipe her out of the way.
Riley!
And like the ice cream just falls to the ground.
Ice cream!
No. Uh, I am. So you said the demon like just takes a swing at her, like knocks her
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
I immediately take a swing back at the demon. I don't even know what's going on, but can I fight this demon?
Yes, you can.
Please fight the demon, Frankie!
I think what I actually want to do is I want to dive on the demon and try and take a bite out of him.
Okay.
Let's see. Fell 7, 10. I got a 10
Okay. So
for fight.
that's okay. Come on.
I don't remember how fight works.
So you are doing you said
Kick some
fight.
ass. Yeah, I guess kick some ass is what it is.
Okay. So a 10 for kick some ass is. So what effect are you going to gain advantage? Inflict terrible harm? Well, you're not suffering harm because you're attacking, or force them where you want them.
Uh ooh. Uh I it has been a long day, and so I think I inflict terrible harm.
Okay.
So it's a +1, and I'm also like I'm leaning into the lycanthropy thing, you know. So like it's a +1 harm, and my base teeth do 3 harm already.
So
So that's
that's
a
for
4 harm. Um,
okay. I'm going to say he this demon, I'm going to say it's just demon, is going to, they have like a hellfire thing that I made up, so they're going to shoot that out. So both of you, well, I guess I have to have Riley roll it too. Need to roll because you're getting attacked by that. So I'm going to roll for that, I guess. Sorry, I'm talking out loud.
that's fair.
Gotta find my dice. Okay, y'all hope that I roll badly. 1. Okay, so that is a miss for Frankie. Um, it does hit you, Selena. And now Riley's turn. Okay, the hellfire hits. I'm gonna say it's 1 harm for Selena and Riley.
I would like to mark luck to avoid all harm.
Okay. Oh, so
And then
that is
if I
0.
can protect Riley,
Okay. Let's see that.
my protective action would be to try to scoot her back as I'm also like trying to lucky dodge.
Okay. We have to roll plus tough for that.
10 plus
Oh,
1, 11.
so you can suffer a little harm. All impending danger is focused on you. You inflict harm on an enemy, or you hold the enemy back.
I'd want to protect Riley, so I think I would, if I couldn't scoot her back, I try to get in front of her and like body block, so like hold him
So you're
off of her.
holding the enemy back.
Mhm.
Okay, that is good.
What's your deal? Do you hate ice cream?
You get the feeling that yeah, Demon hates ice cream and Riley and everybody that's Riley's friend. So Frankie, I guess it's on you.
Sound like it's up to me right now. Is that what
The
you're saying?
demon froze Frankie. The demon froze you for a second.
Oh,
So I didn't know
sorry,
what
I was
you said.
frozen. I said was I missed what you said because I was frozen for a second.
It's your turn.
Okay, it's my
It's on
turn.
you, right?
Yeah. Um yeah, I wanna try and it's just the one demon, right?
Yeah,
That's
just
here.
one demon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um I want to try and throw them out of the door. I want to get out of here. I want to try and get them out of here so that we can cuz I'm just worried about closed spaces, harder for people to dodge. They might hurt the people who are serving. I don't want any of that
Oh yeah,
business.
so the people that are serving are they did that. They're gone.
Oh, they already dipped. So, okay, fine then. Um fuck it then. I want to try and kick some ass here inside the place then. I want to throw them across the room.
Okay.
Um I rolled a 2 and a 1. So even with my +3, that's still a 6. That's still a miss.
Do you have luck?
Oh, yeah, I have luck. I'm going to, yeah,
Okay.
forget that.
Okay.
That's a 12. That's a 12. So that's a 15 I rolled.
Okay. So yeah, you at first you kind of have some trouble, but you're able to toss this demon across the room, which just it makes it a lot madder. And let's see, I think that would be one harm. The health,
You
it's
picked the wrong day. You picked the wrong day, buddy.
you just get a growl and it's coming towards y'all again.
Um, I have a flake special ability. When you spend a point of luck, pick an aspect of the current situation. The keeper will tell you what other conspiracies that aspect connects to. Um,
Okay, so
is this demon I assume, an ex of Riley's?
yes, you can just assume every monster is an exorcist.
Okay, based on what I know of Riley and this being her ex, the aspect I want is like weaknesses.
Um,
I feel like it's usually the ego of her partners, but
yeah, yeah, that's the ego.
this is one of Riley's crazy exes.
I missed my special too, which is that when I spend a point of luck, the monster side gains power. So, so either my curse becomes stronger, which means I'm more vulnerable to silver, or I another breed disadvantage may manifest. So either I have to feed, or I have a pure drive. I'm driven by an emotion of some kind, or I have a dark master. But something else manifests right now. So I'm looking much more bestial than even usual in a fight.
Yeah, you're and I have to choose the effect.
It doesn't specify that, but like I know there's like pure drive is like one emotion rules you, pick from hunger, hate, anger, fear, jealousy, greed, joy, pride, envy, lust, or cruelty. I'm like, I could see something like that, or needing to feed. Um,
I think you need to feed.
I need to feed. Cool.
Have some demon for dinner.
Yeah, this demon's really mad about being referred to as Riley's crazy ex.
Okay.
Like really, really angry. Um, so I'm going to. There's a big thing of hellfire, so I'm going to roll a attack for that. Sorry.
Don't be
One.
sorry.
Okay. Two. Well, that's only a 5, and this one is a 4. You do see it kind of just Riley's does go over them, but nothing happens because luck.
Uh-huh.
So, what are you gonna do next to this demon to get rid of him? I know y'all can do it. Come on, dice, do
Yeah.
it.
I mean, I'm gonna name just out of character. I do not think that I am in a place to be making intelligent decisions based on that whatever weakness you just discovered. Um, and so I'm gonna dive on it, and I'm gonna try and have some lunch.
Okay.
I will try to aid with a distraction and I'll try to manipulate it to help you. I'll just be like yelling things like, wow, I mean, you're a demon who's super powerful. You can probably just totally upgrade from your past relationships. There's no need to be hung up on someone. And I'm just like, whatever I can do to kind of distract its focus for helping Frankie.
And I there we go. That's the roll I wanted. So I rolled an 11, which means it's a 14.
Okay.
Um,
And with
so
that, and with Selena's help and some other help that you got, you are able to descend upon the demon. And I mean, I'm just going to say, with all of those great rolls, you're able to feed and kill it.
okay, yeah. Um, yeah, I like a guttural growl uh as I jump on it. And I mean, I didn't get to eat my gummy bears because everybody left. So, like, uh, my my hope is that we didn't need to talk to this thing to figure out what it was because I'm chowing down in the corner. Um, I don't know if any of y'all have dogs. I don't know what a bear looks like when they eat, but I know what my dogs look like when they eat. Like my face is very deep in this thing
Yeah.
side right now.
I'm just like checking on Riley and seeing if she's okay.
Riley looks out of it.
Yeah, figured.
Um, I my ex ruined our ice cream.
Yeah, but Frankie's gonna be full.
Yeah. Yeah. I sorry. I wanted ice cream.
I wanted ice cream. I said it first. It wasn't you. N- None of this is your fault. I don't know why your exes are going from 0 to 100 today and why we keep running into them. I honestly think it should probably go on the board, but we've been through a lot today, so I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah.
I What's the best way to pull Frankie back? I don't. We've been through so much today.
Um,
I oh, go ahead.
I don't know. We could ask him, Frankie.
Turn around and look. Like,
I, I think we should go home.
Agreed.
should we? Do we need to like leave a note to let them know we'll pay for things or damages or anything?
I'll take care of it.
Riley, it's not your fault.
It's not like honestly, I did a lot more of this than you did.
No, I'll just call the lab.
Yeah,
They're
let's go
used
home.
they're used to cleaning stuff up. You can get in the car. I'll just call them out here and I'll jump right in after you.
I'm not leaving you in here alone. So I will just sit cross legged. Actually, I'm gonna just go hop behind the semi destroyed counter and just make myself an ice cream cone while you make your call.
Yeah, all the stuff is there to make it so Frankie can get his
Yeah, I'll grab the gummy bears.
Just like fill like a waffle cone with gummy bears.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah. Okay.
um you do notice that her crystals turn purple.
Are you
I,
good?
I was and she does call. She says, lab, this is Riley. Just need to clean up at the ice cream shop. Discreet. Um, no civilians are around. And then she just hangs up. It's like she's done
Now
it a million times before.
hold up the banana boat, 3 different flavors. It is probably not the flavors that you would pick yourself, but these didn't have glass or blood in them.
Thanks, Selena.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's get out of here, especially before the cleanup crew gets here. They'll have questions. So if you jump in, you will be delivered home as long as that's what you tell the Tesla to do.
Like uh, Riley's car, engage tank mode or whatever you have. I want to get home in a perfect peace.
It just speeds you home. You go like 10 miles over the speed limit.
Having a car that you don't have to actually drive is honestly a game changer.
Yes.
Seriously. Um,
When you get home, it looks perfectly normal, like nothing's happened. Just terrible when you've been through a ton.
Another day at M House.
at some point, I probably should take a shower and clean up. Um, but like, I guess just like, how are you doing, Riley? Like, you've had a night. Is it
Yeah,
weird for you to talk with me right now while I'm like covered in your ex's blood? Like, I can clean up now if that's easier.
not really. I've
Okay,
seen
cool.
worse.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt your evenings to deal with my exes again. I really need to figure out a better date.
Or at least maybe build a directory and learn all of their weaknesses.
So not like,
It's happening more than once.
yeah, I seem to be missing red flags.
Or maybe do your dating out of state. But I guess you've been doing it out of dimensions.
Who knew dating would be so hard? But are you two okay? You two, I just kind of plucked you from whatever investigating you were doing.
We've been snooping on you the whole day, so it's totally fine.
Oh, did you find out everything you wanted to find out?
I think we found out more when we actually just talked to you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Well, was it fun snooping at least?
Oh, I had a blast, actually.
Honestly, it kind of was. Yeah. I don't know if the two of us have ever really done kind of our own mission, just the two of us before, and that was pretty cool.
So where did you snoop?
We went and checked out the office, and that's where we finally realized who the owners of the company had become.
Oh, so you went to? Did you go to my office?
Mhm.
Okay. Did you order room service?
Nah.
Oh.
You have room service in your office?
Yeah, don't you?
Again, I have a podium. Oh, you were different. So yes, I have a
Cubicle.
podium.
Yeah.
They didn't give you offices? I told them to give you offices.
Hey, is your plan to get rid of them to bankrupt them?
No, I just would that bankrupt them?
I honestly don't know. I feel like a lot of their money is imaginary in the first place.
I feel like a lot of money is imaginary, honestly.
Yeah, I mean it's just something we created. That people created.
But I mean, our raises were substantial, and then getting our own offices after having to replace the entire interior of a building.
Yeah, I guess I don't really usually think about those things. I just tell them I want something and I get it.
Your parents had to be very important with their research. Were they the key researchers of the lab itself?
I
Is
don't know.
their research the foundation of the lab?
I don't know. They're my parents. I just did their research and I got to play in the basement with all the animals all of the time. And I did I did the summer program and the daycare and the internship, which was just me sitting in a room playing. And then I wanted all my friends there. You're writing that down. That means it's not normal.
What? No. I have had a day. We have all had a day. I don't want to add more to our day.
You wrote that down like you did when I told you about my poltergeist friend.
Listen, I've got to put things on boards. You know who I am as a person.
Okay. So no raises after today?
Like a second raise?
I don't know. I just tell them I want you to have a raise. They'll give you one.
I don't know. We might should play it a little more cautious around them for the time being.
If you say so, I don't see anything wrong with just getting lots of favors from them.
I know. I just think that we might be messing with things that are far bigger than we ever initially think they are. And so a little caution may go a long way.
Okay, no raise this time.
Yeah. In so yeah, in my experience, when people want to do you favors, if they're your friends or they're your family, and I don't mean like your relatives, like your family, um, then I don't get too worried or nervous or anxious. But um, big companies and corporations don't usually do favors. You know, I just worry that, yeah, I worry that if you keep asking for things, they're going to start asking you for things.
Well, I don't have anything to give them, so their loss.
Have your exes had histories of violent behavior before you've started dating them that you know about? Or is
No,
this unexpected behavior from them?
no, usually they. I mean, it was a demon. It's not like I was dating a accountant.
Well, yeah, but your cowboy ex and your new werewolf or your new vampire beau got into fisticuffs at a cemetery on a first date.
Yeah, they don't usually fight like that.
I just, if I'm just starting to really wonder what the lab does. And I'm starting to really wonder if, again, these random weird incidents are not actually more connected than we think they are. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, I've been
If
trying
they're
to.
not asking you for favors, they could still be secretly conducting experiments that we don't know about. Maybe something's triggering things in specific beings like demons and vampires.
But why would they give me whatever I wanted for all of this time?
Because maybe it's part of the experiment they're running or something. I don't know. It's just there's just a big old triangle of weird things all the time.
But they've given me
And
what my whole life.
like the lab in general, because
Well,
this is new people who bought the lab.
yeah, this is new people who bought it, but like, I got that giant birthday party, all the toys I could ever want.
No
That
matter who the owners are.
yeah,
That's a little strange, Riley. For just two prolific researchers, there's got to be something going on here that we don't understand. And
they
I
got me.
think it has to do potentially with your parents, potentially with the library and the parent organization.
Yeah, but the my parents hate the library. There's a whole feud going on there.
And Brian's mom loves you.
Yeah, Brian's mom is great. It's my favorite auntie.
She's big about the library.
Yeah, but I don't want to like betray the lab and let the library have the lab. Sorry, I dropped my crystal necklace. Don't know where it went. Take my
You've had
prank.
the thing forever. I don't think I've ever seen it turn a different color before until today.
Oh yeah, that was really weird.
That
I
was
think it.
weird to you?
Yeah, a little.
Oh my goodness, what a day.
Oh no, you're writing that down again.
That's weird.
Maybe it's just old. I just have to get a new one from the crystal necklace store.
I look at you, Selena. I honestly don't know the answer to this, but do crystals, is that a thing? Do crystals change
I
when
mean,
they get
uh, some over time can change shades, color, if you're lots of things can affect composition. But it you have had that thing for ages and it has only just now done that. That is bizarre.
Yeah, I guess. And I can't find a crystal necklace store online. I searched.
Of course, Brian would have to be at his parents' when so many things have happened that I
Yeah, I was
wish I could
looking
just
for.
ask him to consult on for magic reasons. Because
I
I
was looking.
definitely think there's magic happening.
or he could do that thing where he looks at something without his eyes, you
Yeah.
know.
I can see if they could send it back, but I don't know because it was really an important thing.
Where did you get that?
I don't know, I've always had. That's why I don't know where to get another one since this one is
Riley.
old.
And I'm just gonna go to my room and come back with a board. And it just says necklace. It says, don't remember where it came from. And I'm gonna draw a red flag. Have had it ever since I can remember, but it only changed color today. Flag. This is our guide to spotting red flags. We're gonna start learning about spotting red flags and things. Or
Okay,
at
but
least caution flags. Yeah, these are yellow. Yellow flags.
I'm not going on a date with the necklace.
Dates aren't the only things that throw flags.
Oh, okay.
Friendships, jobs, places, lots of things can throw flags.
So Riley's going to get a board.
Referees.
Riley's going to have a board, and they're going to write your names on the board and put green flags beside them, just because.
Oh,
Does anything, I guess I'm curious, does if anything seems different about Riley? Does she look the same? Does she smell the same right now?
She looks and smells the same, that smell that you recognize,
Yeah. Okay.
but there is I guess a little more haunted, more spooky, I guess is the way you could put it.
Did anything else happen today besides the date?
Besides the date and Brian's family demanding that Brian go back and meeting with the Venture Bros and um yeah, just it's been a weird day.
Do you usually meet with them in person?
No, no, this is actually my first in-person meeting with them.
okay. So, your first time meeting with them. Is there anything about that meeting that you think might be a yellow or red flag?
I don't think the board is big enough. But but I'm thinking you mean more in a sense related to stuff that's been going on. Is that correct?
I mean, both. One, I just kind of want to test your flag recognition. And two, yeah, I want to know if there's something that gave you flag vibes.
Well, they wear really, really cheap body spray. Like it's dollar store stuff. I could tell before I walk into the room. Um, they were like wearing clothes that are just either look straight out of the catalog or like some old YouTube video that tells you how to dress business. I would totally think they were, new at this, but they have really good portfolios. They
So
talk
far, these are mostly icks, not things that
about,
I would necessarily say
well,
make them
I
a.
mean, they're red flags to me. I wouldn't date anybody like that.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
And then the HR spoke. I guess is that an ick to the HR speak?
It certainly rubs me the wrong way, but
What was the
Um,
meeting about?
it was about the direction that the company was going and the future of that. It was a lot of business speak. And,
oh, that sounds like getting fired.
yeah, it almost felt like that. But then I told them I didn't care and I just left because I don't care what they think. They're not going to change anything that I don't want changed. I hope not. I've got to buy the company from them. How much is the company anyway?
Oh, I have not looked up valuations.
You think I can get it with my bank account with what's in there?
I honestly, I think you should find out if your parents have stock in the company because clearly there is some reason why things go the way that they have gone to an
How
extent.
how do I find that out?
Tell me your parents' names and let me get on a computer.
Okay, my parents' names are Mrs. and Mrs. I gotta look at Riley's last name. Sorry. Mrs. Morrison.
Mr. and Mrs. Morrison. Okay, so Morrison's, and then I will. I could just go pure sharp, or I could activate Net Friends.
Yeah, ain't that friends?
Okay, and let's see here. 2d6. 7 plus nothing. So it's a 7, and I am asking them to basically look up a list of board members and stock valuations and to see if your parents' names come up in any of that information.
Okay, so the previous owners was someone named Morrison. They do not own any. They don't own it anymore. They were
Mm.
bought out by Venture Pros.
Completely bought out?
Yeah.
And so someone definitely in your family line previously completely owned this lab. But I'm not getting any information back that there's any ties still to it. Like no majority stock ownership, no lifetime memberships for being on the board.
Oh, that's weird, right?
Uh-huh. And I know that we've been calling these raises, but what if these were severance packages?
Or what if these were bribes?
Bribing. What are they bribing?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm
Um,
really not sure where I was going with that. It's
Can you
just what I that's what I feel like they say in movies when they get to this point.
can you can you hack the answer with your computer skills? Is that something you could?
hack out whether or not it's a bribe. I don't
I don't know. I
know
saw
that
this
I could.
where people were just like typing and they found out all kinds of information.
I know, and I'm in. I know that's how it looks. And sometimes it'd be that way, but at most, I could find out whether or not this was a public sale of a business or if it was some kind of hush hush closed sell. Because usually, if it's something like that, then there's definitely dirt. But
Okay.
if it was a public sale through all the proper channels, I won't be able to
Yeah.
find out more.
Can you find that out?
Yeah, I'll try and dig deeper. Is there like a push mechanic or
I'm just gonna give you a +2 because I'm
a 9?
oh, yes, it was a closed sale. The whole deal was closed and happened really quickly.
Yeah, something about this is not good, Riley. We're It was a completely private sale, but it's not under Morrison anymore. So a lot of your perks and benefits and things, if you're continuing to get those, I think it's worth it to find out why. Because on paper, there's no reason for them to indulge you as much financially as they have.
Riley checks her phone. It's like, yeah, they gave me another raise, which is weird after that convo we had earlier.
That's really weird.
She just shows you her phone and you just see like all those zeros. And then she does have a raise and also request for a meeting.
And request for a meeting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm really worried, Riley. My mind's spinning through a million scenarios. They could be doing illegal things and they could be setting it up to make it seem like you're the one doing them. They could, who knows? For all we know, I am trying to be really delicate here. But what if your parents research? What if something about you is stranger than what we consider the normal strange?
That's a possibility. But why would you all be here? Why wouldn't they just keep me in the lab?
Again, it could be some sort of research gathering situation.
On
We
the other,
don't know. I just feel like I've been observed and manipulated, and by a whole host of things that I am not really sure about. And now I think that might extend to every single one of us.
I don't like that. Can you fix
It's
it?
not a pleasant feeling, and I didn't want to put the thoughts in your head, but it's just been growing in my mind stronger and stronger that that we're being observed, and I don't know why. I don't know who would gain from it or what they hope to gain from it. But us not being able to remember the incident of your birthday could just be the result of complex trauma from a very dramatic birthday incident, or it could be something caused intentionally.
Okay.
You
So
receiving this money is very weird to regular jobs don't constantly give raises.
they don't.
Mm-mm.
I so I've got a question. Um, the so I'm just thinking this through. Um, I think the Venture Brothers, the Venture Bros, the new owners, have like they know more than they're letting on. I'm just thinking about who would know things, right? Like it sounds like there's a chance that maybe your parents, Riley, might know more.
They retired.
To a foreign country where they're inaccessible to you.
I don't know. They just retired. Yeah, that's the right reaction.
I'm also wondering about, you know, the other side of your family, Brian's family. Um, you know, I don't particularly want to talk to them again, and I don't think Brian probably does either. But are they people who might be able to help? So no offense, Riley. I know they're your family. I know you love them, but frankly, your auntie scares the crap out of me. Um, but I just wonder if they might be a starting point to start helping us put some of these pieces together.
I think
Um,
so. Selena, can I ask you one more favor?
What's up? Of course.
Could you take my money and to put it in a different account?
I can do that.
Okay, and I'm going to say we need to take a leave of absence from work if we can, because I think we need to figure out what we're going to do, and we can't do that at the office because it's an office computer, and I don't trust those venture bros.
I don't trust them either.
So we need to take some time and plan and get in contact with Brian to see if we can get him back. Is that okay?
I
And
think
can
that's a good idea.
and I
Mm-hmm.
want my money transferred and we figure out a way to steal this business.
Save.
Save the business. Sorry, I'm getting like these weird urges to go back into the office and I don't want to follow them.
Do you
And
want us to stop you from following them?
yeah, just um for now, yes. And then the episode's going to end.
Cool.
So this was
Whoa!
this was a plot heavy episode, more than I thought it would be.
Retired. When you said it earlier, I was like, that sounds something about the way she said retired sounded weird, but it was not the most important thing on my mind at that point. But then, yeah. Oh, yep. I'm ready.
Yeah, I kind of like to do that. I like to slip little things in and bring them back later.
Mhm.
Solid.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, so I'm going to popcorn y'all again for our outros. Sorry, I know that's a big
thank
thing, a big switch.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. I have been, or I am Jeremy. Hark. You can find me online at Hark Morper, lots of places. And I've been Frankie today, and yeah, find me online. I write games. I do game design. I occasionally perform, very occasionally. I ramble on Twitter. I mostly hype other marginalized creators and talk about how great their stuff is. You can find me at Hark Morper, HARKMORPER. Sounds kind of like a Muppet. That's me.
Hi, Shawnee again of Showcat Cosplay. You can find me on the internet at most things using Showcat Cosplay. Where guess what? I'll be cosplaying. I dropped a new one today from Our Brilliant Ruin, which is a new TTRPG that you can check out. It's on Kickstarter. I also run a small business called Moonforge Brightleaf, where I make handmade accessories and little crafts that are nerdy themed. So yeah, if you want to check my cosplay, Showcat Cosplay. You want to check my business, Moonforge Brightleaf. You want to check out a cool horror Gilded Age TTRPG with drama and politics, Our Brilliant Ruin.
And that leaves me. I am Janie, Janie Potts on social media, JD Potts 7575 on Twitter, which I'm going to call it Twitter because that's what it is. um, and I do have projects. I don't have my schedule in front of me, but I do have stuff coming up. I will try to remember to post it on some things, but I probably will forget. But I promise you, I'll try. And I ran this game tonight, and hopefully I didn't traumatize the players too much or weird them out. Um, that said, I want to let you know we are on the Nerds with Dice channel, and the next game on Nerds with Dice is Friday at 8 p.m. East. It's Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm reading this completely wrong. Sorry. Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Night Returns with storyteller and creator Mark Barron. Saturday, 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m. Eastern is Mask, the Puzzle Project. Returns for season 2. Join Knox and Company for more exciting adventures. And keep an eye out for the finale of Apocalypse Keys coming to YouTube. Check out YouTube for more adventures for Nerds with Dice. And if you have a story you want to tell, like this one, or something even cooler, go to the Creators app, and it's on Twitter and Blue Sky, or you can ask for the link in our Discord. Um, it's just fun, and it's really awesome to run a game here. So I would say definitely fill it out and let me know when you have the application so that I can sign up. And we are going to be raiding that girl that plays 114 on Twitch. So please stick around for the raid because that's really awesome. And I think that's all I'm going to say. Sorry. Have a good night, everybody.